Until the last years of the 19th century, a large part of BC's early workforce was Indigenous. They were miners, loggers, cannery workers, and agricultural laborers. They excelled on the waterfront, doing the back-breaking physical work of loading and unloading ships. Red Baker's father, Simon Baker, was one of the first.
He used to tell me the first ships he loaded was 3-mast sailing ships. And he says, I used to pass the lumber one piece at a time down into the hatch, and they fill it up from the sailing ship, go off to England.
Early Indigenous longshoremen formed one of the first unions on the Vancouver waterfront, the Lumber Handlers Union. They joined the Industrial Workers of the World in 1906. The I.W.W. was the most militant, radical union organization ever seen. Their goal was to overthrow capitalism, and, unlike the rest of the labor movement, the Wobblies believed in racial equality. William Nahanni and his son Edward Nahanni were president and vice president. The I.W.W. on the waterfront did not last long, but Indigenous longshoremen would always be known as the Bows and Arrows. Waterfront jobs often stayed within Indigenous families, passed on from father to son.
I can remember going with my father down the iron hall on the reserve, on the Indian Reserve, and it was called they were called the Bow and Arrow gangs. They loaded the lumber. My dad was a fisherman, so I also a fisherman and longshoreman, and there was lots of them up there. They all used to, the First Nations would all go longshore in the wintertime. When the salmon returned, they would all go commercial fishing.
That's one thing I noticed when I started down there. How everybody's, well, probably still today, but the thing that struck me was how everybody stuck together. If we had a beef, like the gear or something, it was unsafe, okay, gonna shut it down. And that was it. The ship just stopped.
Outside of the Vancouver Convention Centre, where BC labour history stories live, the story of the Bows and Arrows Indigenous longshoremen is one of the best.